Okay, so earlier tonight there was the Streamer Awards, the third annual, I guess, Streamer Awards happened, and I feel like there should be a bit of a let's talk to go along with the Streamer Awards because the Streamer Awards is essentially unlike something like a Gamer Awards and whatnot. That the Gamer Awards will showcase esports organizations, esports players, and such like that. But it's more of the industry kind of higher ups that are doing it, where the Streamer Awards is more fan voted, or so they say. But there is, man. So this is the third year that they've done it, and there just always seems to be this small group of streamers that are very well known. They are the top streamers, but it's always the same group of people every single time, whether it's a TwitchCon or it's a Streamer Awards. And it just so happens that same group of people are like the Cool Kids Club. They're a little friends group. They know each other very well. They've known each other very well for years, and they are the ones that give each other the spotlight on Twitch. Now, it just so happens to be that that same group is, well, the majority of my IRL streamers. And because of that, the majority of exposure to the viewer base, exposure to the chat rooms and everything comes to them from IRL streamers. And IRL streamers are usually influencers. Gamers, all of us that do gaming, we are the creatives more or less because we use the games to create either a retrospect or like a retro legacy playthrough, or we are always constantly trying to create off from our favorite gaming franchises and such, and do something creative because the gaming side of things is creative. Now IRL, what they end up doing is kind of more or less influencing. They're not, it's not, well, I mean, they are trying to sell a lot of products and everything. See, I don't watch a ton of IRL, but everything that I see of IRL, whether it's, oh, I'm launching something, a clothing line or this or that, like Ironforge Jim Mizkif, he's being an influencer of trying. Yes, it's a good thing that he's doing. He's opening up a gym to get people in shape. I take nothing away from that, but it's just the fact that it is still being that influencer culture that is just spread like it's spread like a plague through Twitch, because now everybody wants to jump on that train, and instead of doing cool stuff, instead of being creative about things, if you want to argue, oh, he's being creative by creating a gym, sure, but at the same time, he is still, if you actually sit down, I've watched maybe 15, 20 minutes of a live stream of him. Actually, it was probably more of like an hour of it. When Dan Clancy went to go talk with Mizkif, I was like, oh, well, CEO or whatever, the head of Twitch is there. I'll check it out. I'm curious to see what the business dynamic is between Mizkif and Dan Clancy. And in all honesty, like, all I was getting throughout the whole thing is the same thing that I get from TwitchCon now, which is there is main people. Your Kai Senates, your Amarants, your Mizkifs, your the same ones that were just hosting the Streamer Awards and doing the interviews. Pokimane, like all these streamers that are the names, they are the people. They're the main event attraction every single time. It's none of the mid carders, and it's none of the smaller streamers. Trying to get a spotlight on anybody who is below the 100,000 followers mark, or whatever you want to say, on Twitch, it's getting to be so damn near impossible. And all these ones that are like here are your up and coming streamers and everything. We're going to give an award for this person who streams for less than 100 people. Okay, so for every one of those people, there is literally 10,000 other people who are also in that struggle boat. So how can we, and this is where the main question comes up, is how can we spotlight more people so it's not just the people that are in the main spotlight, that are already established, the ones that are already the main major streamers. How can we get the spotlight on other people? And really, what I'm really wondering is it almost too late for gaming? Like, are people moving on from gaming? And this is something that is so. Or actually, I shouldn't even say gaming. Are people moving on from creative streams, creative-minded individuals, the ones that will start an event show, will make a live-action movie or whatever, the ones that will, I've said it before, but like baking or art, and not nudity art, but just like actual art of making, I don't know what you would make in art, but just something that is not body painting, that is not nude sculptures or whatever the hell. I don't know, I feel, again, it's just the creativeness of Twitch tonight was such a gut punch. It really was, because I'm just all majority of everything that you're seeing is nothing but IRL streamers. And it's just like, man, have we gone so far away from what was the creative, like a Code Miko is so cool in the community. And her doing mocap and all that stuff. Sure, it is. Her streams can be very cringy. I get it, but what I'm talking about is the creativeness behind the mocap, the creativeness behind the CGI work that she's doing in that game engine and all that stuff. She's working with AI stuff, just playing around, toying around in real time, seeing what AI can do, what you can possibly accomplish in that. And someone like her, she's just happy to be in the building. She is doing more creative work than 90% of the IRL streamers are doing, and she's just lucky to be in the building. That seems so backwards to me. In this way, it feels so much like YouTube is being so much more of a creative platform, because every day people are having to. But here is the problem with YouTube: a lot of YouTubers are edited and they're assholes behind the scenes. Like they have some bad stuff happening behind the scenes, and you'll end up seeing that happening with it too, because like they want to say the toxic personality stuff and everything. A lot of people are, a lot of your too nice for their own kind types of people. They always start talking about very toxic personalities and everything. Well, if you look at you look at exactly what was going on, the jokes that are being thrown around and everything. Everybody's just, putting each other down, but it's like, oh, well, we're all good old friends and everything. Okay, sure. But why can't the spotlight be put on other people outside of just that one group of folks? Because again, it's like, and when it comes to like, oh, well, it's QT Cinderella putting on the event, I get it. She has her people that she relies on, basically. I get that part of it too. Like, try and put myself in her shoes. You have your select group of people that you are good friends with, can show up and do the job. And I'm not saying every single one of them is doing a bad job out there. What I'm saying is because in all honesty, like, God, I can never remember what his name is, but the two guys that put on the game show, I think that's actually creative. It's a game show. It's a talk show type of situation. I think that is very well done, but for all the other ones that are just like, it's these IRL clips of people just like walking around doing absolutely fucking nothing. That bugs me. That bugs me so much. And to think that those channels where they are putting in minimal effort, and that was actually a joke tonight, was like, wow, we went from gaming and having to be entertaining in front of a camera and actually having to be skilled while you're entertaining, being in front of the camera and everything, and now you can just stream without even doing anything, and you can just sit in front of a camera. Hell, you can just sit there and eat in front of a camera, just and barely even saying anything, and that's what we're spotlighting. There was two main highlights. There was two main major highlights for me throughout the night, and it's two of the most creative people on the platform. One of them being Pirate Software. He won for game development, and I thought that was awesome to spotlight that game development is a category now that it is a category on Twitch. And I think that is, spotlighting somebody in a very creative aspect that is on Twitch. I thought that was great. Again, I don't want to just poop all over the streamer awards. I don't want to just put everybody down or anything, but I want to highlight some stuff that I found to be good. Again, seeing Code Miko there and her nominated, that was super cool. Pirate Software winning an award for game development and such, I thought that was awesome. Also, everybody that was nominated in the category that is making games and everything. Pirate's speech also was very well put together, him saying that he can't wait to play everyone else's games. Yes, because everybody should be striving to raise everyone up, and everybody should be striving to be more creative. And that's my biggest thing of like when I'm seeing majority of the clips, and this is the other one too. Like the whole award show is based around gaming categories. But then the first, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes of the opening that QT Cinderella is doing, she's literally pooping on gamers that are, well, for one, she was, shitting on Nick Merckx for just sticking up for his family, which is like, come on now, dude's just, whether or not you agree with Nick Merckx, you got to respect the fact that he's trying to stick up for his family because he felt like there was something that should be said. And she went against that, and that's actually when I turned the stream off. I'm like, I just don't care. I don't care to co-stream this. I did watch the whole award show off stream. I just didn't care to have it on my channel. If you're gonna be, I don't agree with it, so I'm not gonna have it on my channel. What was the others? And just the way that just the two very big personality okay, hold on before we get into that. So Pirate Software, as I said, it was awesome seeing him win an award. I almost forgot to end the thought here. The other one, Maximilian, dude, Legacy Award. I've been part of Max's chat and everything. I haven't been around in the recent few months. I think it's been like maybe 4 months or so or something like that since I've been really heavily involved in Max's chat. I've still been lurking kind of in the background and everything. There was just a new it's like the new batch of community members that was coming in, and it's just a factor of the people that are being the ones that are being brought, the new blood of the Twitch community itself, not even the streamers, but just like the viewers themselves. There was a lot of people, they did not thinking, like critical thinking, them not having that, and those new names that were in chat that were just like, what are you talking about? And then they want to try and it's just like, well, before I get in trouble in the chat room, I'll just, plus also I've been just working on, on my YouTube channel and everything. But Legacy Award, Maximilian, dude, win the Legacy Award. That's awesome. He is one of the hardest workers I've seen and a creative force on Twitch. He is actually one of those few ones from back in the day who is still doing creative stuff and is still really pushing forward the teaching. And then also, if there is like his Assist Me stuff that he's done, where he's done live action video and mixed in with the gameplay and streaming at the same time, like all these different projects and everything that he's worked on over the years, so well deserved and all that. Again, I've been one of the dudes for a long time in the chat and everything. I don't always agree with everything that he says on his takes on gaming. 100%. It's, you don't have to, but I will respect the hell out of his work ethic. I will show a lot of respect for everything that he's done for the FGC, for gaming, and so it's just great seeing Max get the Legacy Award. Again, don't always agree with the hot takes, but you're allowed to do it. You're allowed to have your own hot takes on stuff. That being said, on the flip side of that, 2 awards later, Kai Senat. How the hell do you say his name? I don't know. They were saying his name kind of weird. I thought it was Senate. But Kai wins Streamer of the Year. So again, you have a website that has been dedicated primarily to gaming for years and everything. And as far as I know, Kai Cenat is an IRL streamer. Like everything that he is known for is IRL stuff, just sitting there, just chatting and shit. I know he does some gaming, but his majority where his fans are coming from, he is an influencer to the core for the just chatting community that is in a part of Twitch, and him having the numbers he does, really that pushes Twitch away from being creative, and it turns it into just that influencer culture of I'm going to sit here and shoot the shit for a few hours, and everybody's going to donate and give me cash for it. And I feel like that in itself is a major one. So 2 years in a row, I'm pretty sure he said during his acceptance speech that he's won Streamer of the Year, and that just is very indicative of like where Twitch is at. But it's not even just because the player. So at first I was thinking maybe the viewer base is just sick and tired of gaming and they've moved on. Now they just want to watch talk shows. They just want to see IRL stuff. But I think because noticing it's the same names that are popping up in TwitchCon and in the, it's because they have that little friend group. They're in the Cool Kids Club. They know each other. They work with each other. And Dan Clancy's just sitting there like, yay, we have our little millionaires that can run the show. And because of that, you have, of course, Kai being one of those guys with the numbers and everything, and him being, he's going to, whether he realizes it or not, he's going to pretty much suck everyone's ass. Better, I don't know a better term to put it, but he is going to kiss up to everyone to make sure that he is part of that Cool Kids Club, because now he's a millionaire. Now he has a big house or whatever. Maybe he's part of a streamer house. I don't know what it is, but damn well he has a ton of money in the bank. So now all of a sudden he can get away with doing these events and also he was nominated for going to prison event. That in one way it's kind of creative, but at the same time it's just like, man, we used to have like the big event stuff used to be when a game was coming out. And again, for me, I'm a gamer at heart. So I'm just like, I miss the time when this logo was around, this old Twitch logo right here. That's what it was. We were sitting there, when a new game came out, it was an event. When streamer or when Game Awards happened, it was a major event. When some like an Elden Ring happens, all of a sudden everybody's playing Elden Ring, everybody's right there having the same experience as everyone else. When it comes to IRL, there's a lot of people that just don't care about IRL, but the problem is there is a big chunk of people that do. So what it's doing is it kind of just splits the viewer base right down the middle of like, I only watch IRL people. Well, I only watch gamers. Maybe I only watch musicians or whatever. And again, I would put the musicians in the category with gamers because you're actively doing something. You're not just sitting there just shooting the shit. There is a ridiculous amount of streamers where that's all they do. That is all they do. They are just sitting there just talking to chat. To me, it's hard for me to find the substance in that. My brain is just like, that is very lazy. That is a very lazy streamer. If you're just talking, if you are making a point about something and you are going into, or you're teaching, that's awesome too. Is like if you're teaching, lessons about whether it be a game design or whether it be, if you're teaching about like, okay, here's how business works or something, it doesn't feel like you're contributing too much to the platform if you're just sitting there shooting the shit with people. I don't know. It's just, And one of the things actually Pirate Software is I heard him say on stream is, be the change you want to see on the platform. So if you don't see, he was basically saying like, well, if you don't like what you're seeing with Just Chatting and everything, then do some big gaming streams and try and bring in. And there's a major part of me that is like, that wants to believe in that and wants to, but then there's also the part of me that sees TwitchCon, sees the Game Awards and such, and just goes, I don't know if it's possible, because what you're seeing spotlighted by Twitch itself is not gaming anymore. And that is something that, again, that's the biggest gut punch to me, is seeing like, oh, here's a compilation of all the clips that has happened over the years of the biggest clips. And it's like you have like 3 or 4 gaming clips within a like 20-30 clip montage. It's such a gut punch. That's such a gut punch. It makes anybody like me that's been a variety streamer for years, and you can't help but to feel like you've helped, because I've done a lot of promotion for Twitch, even though I've never been paid by Twitch. I've done a lot of free promotion for Twitch. I've wanted to see the platform grow and be the biggest gaming platform that there is, because you have so much freedom to do whatever you want to with gaming on the platform. If you want to, if there's a little bit of nudity, if there's a little bit of gore, if there's music in it, if there, whatever the case may be, you can get away with it on Twitch. And that is something that that I've always really, really enjoyed the most on Twitch about. With YouTube, I feel I can't play music on there. I feel like if something is too graphic, actually, I've had a VOD get totally nuked because it was Mortal Kombat. That doesn't happen on Twitch. And to see that even the Twitch staff itself, and that, like I said, that group of streamers that highlights only their category, only their group of friends, and to see everyone else struggling so damn hard just to try and get noticed. Again, it's just such a gut punch on that. So like I said, though, IRL, it just feels like IRL is influencers. Like they are kind of, whether they're using TikTok or they're using clips, shorts, whatever on other platforms, it feels like they are being influencers and trying to sell you the products that they're making, of whether it be a merchandise, whether it be I mean, you could say the same thing about like Pokimane, but Pokimane also is a gamer. So she's kind of earning, in my book, she is earning the right to sell a product like a cookies or whatever the hell she's selling, because she is still being a gamer and she's still doing what the platform was originally designed to do. Although she is one of the OG, ones that were building up Twitch as is also. So I think she still kind of gets it of like, yeah, Twitch is a gaming platform. I think there's a lot of people now that Twitch has been around for so long, they are looking at Twitch like it's not a gaming platform anymore. And I've heard Dan say that, and then there's a reason why viewership has gone down. Site-wide on Twitch, viewership has gone down. Although there is, what I will say, you will still see viewership still high in Just Chatting. But for gaming, viewership has gone down a bit because you have, again, it's that influencers versus creators. And creators always have an uphill battle against influencers. Just kind of the way the world works right now. It's kind of the way the internet works. And it really sucks because as gamers, it's like the only gamers that do really well are the ones that cause drama, and they talk trash about everything. And that's actually one of the thing that'd probably be the last thing I'll leave off on in this video is there's 2 personality types that I was seeing between the smaller creators and the friend group, of like influencer streamers. And one of those things is it's so the friend group influencer streamer, it feels like they're college kids that took over the site. It just feels like they're very much like college kids. There's a whole bunch of like, well, I don't know, I'm just dumb, da 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 da. Like whenever I hear that, well, bro, I don't know, I'm just dumb. Don't blame me for saying that. again, that is such a college mentality. You're not grown up. That's what it's telling me. You know, it's just that mindset. And then you have the other ones that are, they're smart, but they don't want to speak up against the college mentality ones because they want to be in with the cool kids club. So then they let that friend group get away with running everything. And then you have also the ones that are just kind of starstruck, and that's one of the other. It's kind of in that realm of the ones that are letting those ones get away with stuff because they are kind of starstruck. And they're like, oh my god, I've been watching them for years and everything, and then they let them become that influencer kind of mentality right there also. And I again, it's just, I hate seeing it. I really hate seeing it on Twitch because we were doing so much more extra with the website other than just making a fool out of ourselves, and it seems like that's what's driving viewership, is people making a fool of themselves. Where before it was like people, stepping up and doing something really cool, improving themselves to, or not even improving themselves, but doing something really cool and showcasing a skill of some kind that they might have. Whether it is playing chess, whether it is, doing online competition, whether it is, winning a battle royale, just pushing themselves to that next level to have that moment of, whoa, I just did this thing. Yeah. Anyways, again, it's you have the very small moments in there of old school Twitch, but it's only coming from the people from back in the day. It's just the ones that are running these events, the ones that are the show hosts, the ones that are, again, the main of, not really the main event attraction, but the ones that are being put on the pedestal by the company, by whoever's organizing the event. Yeah, it's, I really hope that in the future we can get back to a more creative mindset, other than, and again too, like Pyra says, be a change that you want to see. And I would love to be able to say that, by next year I would love to be able to do, or by next month or whatever, I would love to be able to do a big major stream thing and really showcase, like the next game that's coming up, or the next, do like a big music stream or something else. The problem is I don't know if the algorithm and the way that, again, those groups of friends, because the way that those groups of friends are doing it is they will host each other, and it pushes all the algorithm and viewership in their direction. So they are basically playing the system in their favor. And if you're not part of that group, if you're not riding off from those coattails and whatnot, it's fucking impossible to even get hey, you can do this all you want. Hi, I'm over here. And it's just, everybody's like, yeah, but that person has 100,000 viewers or whatever. Yeah, it's like exaggeration on the numbers, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, well, that person, everybody's watching that person, so I'm going to go over there and watch that person. I don't know. It's, again, the Stream Awards, like I said, it was really, in one way, it was very cool seeing the ones that have earned it get their dues, but it's very select few people on that. And then it's a gut punch because you see, like I said, that friends group, and just it's the same names, the same people over and over and over again. And it just makes you wonder if growth on the Twitch platform, to like, you can grow and be sustainable, but will you ever be recognized by the platform itself when you've earned it? And that's that's kind of where we're at. That's the big question that I have in my brain, is like, unless that friend group lets you in on the Cool Kids Club, will they ever give you your due? Anyways, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. This is probably not going to edit this. We'll just throw it up as is. But you know, subscribe and like and share and all that, all the YouTubey stuff. I got to say at least once. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one. Final Fantasy stuff coming up on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, we'll keep it there. Let's make Twitch great again. I don't know. Let's make Twitch creative again. Let's really, hopefully over this next year, let's really try and I would love to see more people come out that are not just the same old like 8-9 people, whatever that is, that friends group that we always hear about all the time. Their names are always in the news on stuff and everything because they're already millionaires. They already have gotten their spotlight and all that. I want to see new people. I want to see new people get the spotlight. So hopefully everybody will do some creative stuff over this next year, and whether it's YouTube or Twitch, but hopefully we can see more, like I said, newer names and more creative stuff happening over on the Twitch side of things. Because again, Twitch is great. Like when it's working well and people are showing up and the chats rolling and everything is awesome. The Twitch community can be hit or miss, but it's the same way. I feel like there's more of a sense of community on Twitch still, even now, than there is on YouTube, where YouTube is just kind of an opinion chat. The Twitch community is all like, oh, hey, and there's emotes being flown back and forth, and people are just be like, hey, high five, and all that stuff. That's kind of that's Twitch chat at its best. Is that is welcoming and cool with everyone and all that stuff. So again, anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, I will see you next time.